Here's what happens when most people talk about their book. If someone says, oh, tell me about your book idea or tell me about the book you want to write, they start talking about all the tactics, the tools, the tips, all that sort of stuff. And they start, I want to write about this and I want to write about that and that and that and that. Now, if you're a listener, what that feels like is it feels like a bunch of ideas running around in your head, and it's kind of messy, right? And what we describe this as is spaghetti head. It's like you can't quite get a hold of what this book's all about or who it's for. Or clearly the people who are talking about it have a lot of value to give, but it's kind of not very persuasive. Now, the first 20 years of my life, I worked in the advertising industry. I worked as a photographer and a film director. And in the film industry, one of the really interesting things is a lot of people obviously want to do movies and short films and projects and drama and all that sort of stuff. And what we found was that whether you're pitching a television commercial or whether you're pitching a film idea, if your idea sounded like Mr. Spaghetti Head over here, then no one would really back it. No one would really jump on it. So what we really want to do is we want to move you from spaghetti head over to this bullseye. Now, when I say bullseye, what I want to know is really clearly who this book is for, and specifically what it's going to help them do once they've actually read it. Then I want to know a little bit more about, okay, let's look at the pillars. Let's look at, what the three major areas are that you're going to talk about in order to improve your, to help people get this result in the middle. And then finally, then at the end, we're going to talk about all the tools and tactics and the things which are going to help people get these results. So what we're doing is we're moving from spaghetti head. Let's get this here. So we're moving from this spaghetti head, which is really not terribly clear. It's not easy to understand. If I was talking to a director and they said, oh, I'm working on a film at the moment, and it's kind of about this and it's sort of about that and it follows the journey of something, something, something. And I've had a lot of conversations like that, let me tell you. You're kind of like, I don't know that I can't get into that. But if you can really clearly say, this is what it's about, this is who it's for, and here's the journey that we're going to take you on, then that's a powerful way to describe your film project or your television commercial or your book. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decide for you guys exactly who this book is for and what it's going to help them do. So if you're a leadership coach, so in my case,